So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Nirin here, and today it is time for me to bring you the best 10 big teams to use in FIFA 18 career mode. These are all of course teams that are already potentially winning titles in their home country and also doing well on a European stage, but are still going to have a decent enough storyline and a decent enough novelty value for this not to become boring after one season. They've still got a bit of a storyline behind them, a bit of a reason to use them, and I'll be going through those reasons over the course, of this video. 10 teams in this one from varying countries across Europe. If you go on to enjoy the video, then make sure to slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel for more of these FIFA 18 top tips, types of videos, and of course some career mode content as well. But the first team in this video is French-based or Monegasque team AS Monaco, 4.5 star side. And these guys were absolutely ramsacked over the course of the summer. And despite that, they've only got £30.8 million, losing the likes of Bernardo Silva, Kylian Mbappe, Bakayoko. So many players, so many good young players have been lost from this team, going off to greener pastures or whatever. And Monaco have been left basically with Thomas Lemar out of that exciting lot. So it's going to be trying to keep up the ethos really that Monaco have had recently of bringing in young players for very minimal amounts, like Thomas Lemar, who came in from Caen for 8 million, and then there was talk of him going to Liverpool for 70. So you've got to try and keep that ethos going by bringing in those young players, given you haven't got much of a transfer budget. Slightly bigger transfer budget for Milan over in Italy, but the same rating of team at 4.5 stars. It's a very easy return to glory, and by easy I mean obviously you don't have to get promoted through divisions or anything, but it is still along that same line because AC Milan have obviously been struggling to to really recreate the success they were having in the mid-thousands. And obviously previous to that, Milan have always been a huge side when it comes to European competition, but recently Juventus have been dominating the Italian scene, if you like, and both sides from Milan have been struggling. Milan, they're having a really good summer, bringing in loads of players, and it would be quite exciting to use all of those guys in one team together on career mode. After that, we have got Liverpool, similar transfer budget to AC Milan, pretty much the same, literally in the mid-60s. Liverpool, again, a team that have been, I can very much say from personal experience, a team that have been very frustrating recently, but a side with a very, very exciting attack front three or attack force that I think would be really fun to use on FIFA 18 career mode. Obviously the likes of Mane, Coutinho, Firmino and Salah, but you've still got stuff to do because of the ridiculous amount of defenders that need to be brought into this side, because we can't defend to save our lives. So there is still stuff to do in that first transfer window, and it's still going to be a little bit of a challenge to become a dominant force in England and then of course on the European stage as well. After that, we've got FC Barcelona of Spain, and despite their very good start to the La Liga season in comparison to Real Madrid, I still feel this is a team that needs to be put in because it's almost like restoring them to... I mean, let's not get it twisted. Barcelona are still probably the biggest team in the world, if not top 3 biggest teams in the world. But I just don't feel like they're as feared as they were before. If you played Barcelona in 2013, 2014, you knew you were going to get slapped 7-0. But it just doesn't seem to be that way anymore. I don't know, but I feel like Barcelona would be a very good team to use. They've just lost Neymar, and just getting them back to that titanic level of fear that would be struck into everybody who was facing them would be... I mean, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I think you gather what I'm trying to say, trying to get them back to that sort of level, and it would be pretty fun career mode. After that, we've got Internazionale from Italy. Again, very similar reason as to why they're in here to Milan from, AC Milan, their city rivals. Much smaller transfer budget though, so this will be even harder getting them back to the pinnacle of Italian football where they found themselves back in 2010 with Jose Mourinho doing the treble and etc. as well. Obviously, before that, Inter were a huge name on the European stage as well, and again, Juventus have been taking over the Italian scene recently, so getting Inter back to the top would be quite a challenge, especially with that low transfer budget. In contrast to that though, Manchester United have got more money that you could actually shake a stick at, £150 million almost in their transfer kitty, and if you use the 60% bonus, you'd get probably about 220 or 230 million pounds as a total for the start of the career mode, which is obviously very fun. We all love to splash the cash in a career mode from time to time, and you would basically be able to build a super squad very, very quickly and be able to use a very, very exciting team from the get-go, really, in career mode. Board expectations are pretty harsh. That's something you've got to consider. There will be a lot of pressure on you. Moving back to France, though, we've got Olympique Lyon next, and this is a team that I have quite a soft spot for when it comes to France because they do things in the right way. Unfortunately, in this modern era of football, that doesn't really work, but a team like Lyon spending limited amounts of money relying on youth academy players is something that I really enjoy seeing, especially when it's successful, like it was back in the early and mid-thousands for them. £20.6 million is a transfer budget, which is extremely low, so you are going to have to keep that going, realistically, either bringing in very young French players from lower tiers or smaller teams, or just using your youth academy and producing the best players there. Board expectations are quite low on the most part in comparison to some of the other teams that you've seen in this video, so that's also nice, a little bit less pressure as well. But Lyon, getting them back to where they were, above the likes of PSG and Monaco, who can splash cash everywhere, would be quite a challenge and very satisfying as well. Next up, though, we've got German side Bayer Leverkusen. This is the third to last team in this video. £33 million is their transfer budget. Board expectations are even less pressurised than we saw for Lyon as well, which is always nice. And Leverkusen as well have never won the Bundesliga. They should have won it. I think it was 2002, and they bottled it completely, but they should have won the league by now. They've never won the Bundesliga. I think they have actually won... They may have actually won a league title before, I'm not entirely sure, but they've never won the actual Bundesliga in its modern format, so getting them to do that for a first time and overcoming the likes of Bayern Munich, etc. would be, again, pretty satisfying. The one thing with them is their kits are horrendous this year. That's one thing I will say, that's the one downside to doing Bayer Leverkusen. In comparison, I'm quite a fan of Arsenal's kits, to be quite honest with you, and they are the penultimate team in this video. Just under £80 million as a transfer budget, which I find quite hard to believe given the limited amount of money that Arsenal have spent in transfer windows over recent times. Obviously, they brought in Alexander Lacazette recently, who'll be the focal point, really, of the attack, along with the likes of Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil, if you're going to do a career mode with them. Very good team, but again, can be improved, especially in central midfield and probably in defence as well. Petr Cech is ageing, so you're going to need to bring in a new goalkeeper pretty shortly as well, if you're going to use Arsenal at the start of a career mode. So definitely stuff to do with Arsenal, and hopefully an enjoyable career mode. But finally, we have then got Borussia Dortmund, the final team in this video, and let's be honest, they're pretty bait. They're always involved in these videos because they are just such a good team to use in career mode. So many good young players, the likes of Pulisic, etc., that are going to grow into amazing players with limited effort from yourself, and also just the ethos behind the side of, just relying on youth quite a lot, bringing in players for limited amounts of money and trying to compete with the likes of Leipzig and Bayern Munich, who can obviously spend a lot more. £47.4 million though is their transfer budget. Board expectations wise, domestic success and brand exposure are critical, continental success is high, financial is low, and youth development is medium. I'll probably expect that to be high, actually, to be fair. I think it was the same with Lyon, actually. I probably expected that to be high. No, Lyon's was high, but I'd expect Dortmund's to be high as well, or number 2 or whatever it is. But regardless of that, Borussia Dortmund then the final team in this video out of 10 teams that you can use for career mode that are big teams, yes, but are still going to be entertaining to use after more than just one season. You should definitely have a decent amount of fun using these 10 teams in FIFA 18 career mode. But that is basically it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this top tips video, and if you did, then make sure to slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much, and let me know what big teams you like to use in FIFA 18 career mode as well. On top of that, you can also suggest some videos that you would like to see me do in this sort of style, what tips videos you'd like to see based on FIFA 18, based on career mode. You can drop those suggestions down in the comment section as well. You can also now follow me on Twitter. My handle is on the screen. It is @theofficialfng, and links to that are in the description. Same for my Instagram. That is the same handle and is also on the screen, @theofficialfng, and you can go and follow me over there too. But it has been an absolute pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Yo, Massapeals. I roll out with some monsters. Looks like your team and you watchers. I do not roll with imposters. Sound like the man in the Oscars. I'm drunk off Henny and Fosters. I have a career, I am jobless. This bitch f me so hard, I might just end up unconscious. I like girls in lingerie, especially if it is crotchless. Bitch, I am the bigger picture. There is no way you can crop it.